Welcome to the part 2 of our free stock market webinar. So, ipagpatuloy natin yung lecture kanina. So, Jollibee, you bought Jollibee noong 1994 at 15 pesos per share, 1,000 shares ang binili mo. Whereas ngayong 2020 ang market price niya na is 95 per share. So, technically you earned money from the transaction. Nag-income ka of about 80,000 pesos. Kung ilaless mo yung tax, you will you will net 79,520. But as mentioned kanina, if you timed the market correctly, you could have sold that investment nung nag-reach siya ng 320 per share. In that case, ang kinita mo sana ay 305,000. So the lesson learned there is that you also need to learn when to sell. So you need to learn technical analysis to time the market, when to buy and to sell the shares of stock para mas ma-maximize mo yung profit. Benefit for GAN is 225,000. Nung naibenta mo at 95 you are 1,000 instead of 320 per share, yung benefit for GAN mo is 225,000 pesos. That's a huge sum of money. Ngayon, ang Jollibee Foods naglalaro around 220 hanggang 240 per share. So, imagine niyo it went down rock bottom 95 per share. And then now, with the recovery ngayong 2022, umabot na siya ng 200 to 220. So, in effect, you could have accumulated more shares of stock ng Jollibee. Kikita rin kayo ng pera with the recovery. So, ganun ang investment. So, you have to know the market, you have to know the technical analysis, you have to know the tools, you have to have principle, when to buy, when to enter, when to sell. You have to have that principles na kayong magde-decide on your own. When will you execute a sale? When will you execute a buy? Dapat meron kayong discarding ganun para whatever happens, basta sinusunod nyo yung inyong policy or yung principle, then win or lose, you are satisfied with the result. Whether you gain so much or you lose so much, ganun talaga ang buhay. You don't win always. Sometimes you incur losses, but the more important lesson there is you learn to build yourself better out of the experience. So, ganito nga, if you learn this stock market investing skill early on in this lifetime, by the time you are retiring, baka naglalaro ka na lang ng stock market and you will be able to get money to buy your groceries. Ganun kadali. You have 5 days a week, and then from market opening at 9:30 hanggang 4:30 na closing, you can produce money for your groceries. Ganun kadali mag-produce ng pera pang bili ng groceries and the other luxuries na pwede mong mabili out of that. Pero to tell you, you needed experience para ma-reach yung ganong status ng kagalingan when it comes to trading, because more often than not, stock traders, the traders of the financial market incur a lot of losses kasi nga kulang sa expertise, kulang sa principle, kulang sa guidance, and tendency they lose a lot of money. But if you master this skill, maganda siyang source of funds. I don't doubt na kaya mong i-master yan with your caliber na nagpupursige kang mag-research to learn more about the market. No doubt kaya mong pagkakitaan ng stock market. And hindi lang dito sa local stock market, hindi lang sa PSE, hindi lang sa Philippine Stock Exchange. You can go outside of the Philippines, you can go global. We have platforms to invest through to global platforms na like Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Bitcoin, gold, forex, USD, JPY, mga ganong tipo. We have the capacity nowadays kahit nandito tayo sa Pilipinas to invest not only in the Philippines pero globally. So the principles you will learn here, you can apply them all to have that skill set to enjoy your retirement as early as now. Dapat mag-practice ka na. And I know you can do it. Ako nga nagawa ko eh. Kayo pa kayo. So here are the things that you can, here are the tools that you can use to be able to determine kung anong asset ang dapat mong bilhin, when to buy it, when to sell it. Ito yung mga tools na kadalasang ginagamit. When you say there are two tools. You can use the fundamental analysis or the technical analysis. When you say fundamental analysis, you study the financial statements of the company and come up with financial ratios to determine the performance by the book ng company. When the fundamentals tell you that the company is earning good as reflected by the net income, mataas ang kanyang net income, mataas ang kanyang current ratio, ibig sabihin liquid yung company, then that's a good buy company. On the other hand, pag sinabing technical analysis, you are basing it through trends, through the graph it produce by the daily price changes sa company. Sa chart, yung chart na nakita natin kanina ng PSEI, if you combine those daily charts, you can produce a graph and you can see the trend. Yung trend na yun yung basis mo for buying and selling stocks in the stock market. So, ang kadalasan sa fundamental analysis na ginagamit na pang-measure is the fair PE ratio. Okay? What is PE ratio? Price earnings ratio. When the price earnings ratio is less than 10, ibig sabihin na underprice yung isang company. Ibig sabihin, yung market price sa market is lower than the market price is lower than the book value of the company. Ibig sabihin, ang naka-reflect na market price sa market ay mas mababa compared sa book value sa actual na cost ng company. So it's a good buy. So kapag good buy siya, kapag mas mababa sa 10 ang kanyang PE ratio. Okay? And then fairly priced kapag 15. Pag overpriced naman, ang ibig sabihin niyan, the market value as reflected in the charts is higher than the book value. Mas masyadong, ibig sabihin, masyadong bumibili nung stock to the point na sobrang tumaas ang market value niya as compared sa actual na cost ng company. So, to summarize, kapag ang PE ratio ng isang company is less than 10, it's a good buy. Kasi underpriced siya. And based sa principle na ina-apply ni Warren Buffett, contrarian kasi si Warren Buffett, ibig sabihin, he does not usually do what the majority does. Ang bilibili niya is contrary dun sa binibili ng karamihan. Ang binibili niya is yung maganda ang fundamentals. Ang discarding yon ay tinatawag na value investing. Say for example, Double Dragon, back in 2017-18, nag-shoot up ang price ng Double Dragon. Nag-shoot up, ibig sabihin tumaas ang market value niya compared sa book value niya. So, dumating ang point in time na nag-burst yung bubble, decline yung Double Dragon. So if you tend to analyze the fundamental analysis ng company and compare it to market value, then you could have made a decision not to buy double dragon kasi nga overpriced siya. So ganun yung tulong na mabibigay ng fundamental analysis. You will know na overpriced na pala tong asset na to. It would be difficult to enter this asset. You can go to MSN Money for other fundamental analysis. At marami pang mga websites that provide fundamental analysis sa stocks. So let's go to technical analysis. As mentioned kanina, you base sa graph ng investors base sa technical analysis when to buy and when to sell the asset. So you can buy here and sell here. Ganon yung diskarte kapag technical analysis. So how can you earn from the stock market? There are three modes wherein you can earn from the stock market. One is through capital appreciation. Kasi over time, habang mas dumadami ang nag-invest, mas madaming pumapasok na pera sa company, tumataas ang kanyang market value and nag-appreciate ang kanyang price. But to tell you, it's not always the case. Some companies lose value over time, maybe because of their poor management. Kung meron silang major controversy involving the management, may mga major policy na affecting their operations. So it's not always the case na nag-appreciate ang value ng company. It will depend also to the circumstances na nakaka-affect sa kanyang operations. Okay? Another way to earn in the stock market is through day trading or swing trading. You can trade within the day, you will earn within the day. Pero yung risk nun, as mentioned, is very high. Kasi you are also paying for brokerage fees, taxes, and then you cannot foresee really what will happen during the day. And no one really knows kung tataas ba yan o bababa yan. But when a positive news comes out, expect mo na yan na tataas yung stock price. And then the third way to earn in the stock market is through dividends. These dividends are added to your accounts and then you can opt to reinvest that para madagdagan yung portfolio mo. So, doon papasok yung compounding na tinatawag. Okay? So, those are the ways you can earn in the stock market. So, these are your strategies. Ito yung pwede mong i-apply sa iyong trading. Yung tinatawag na ignore cubes doctrine. Ibig sabihin, you buy an asset after you made your analysis, yung fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. You apply this, and when applying this, bilhin mo yung asset, i-hold mo siya forever. I-hold mo siya and then ibenta mo lang siya after 60 years after your retirement. Ibenta mo siya sa retirement mo. Believe me when I tell you that you will earn millions when you do that. Provided you invest. Huwag mong expect na magkaka-1 million ka kung ang linagay mong pera is kakarampot. Siyempre, you have to put something in that vehicle para umabot ng 1 million. And then, another strategy is to cut losses already. Ibenta mo na agad. If, example, you did your homework, you did the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis, and it shows there na it's a good buy investment. However, later on, a news came out and a new policy from the government, a new law was implemented, putting a higher tax in the company. in the operations of the business, in the industry, that will trigger the earnings of the company. In such a case, mababawasan yung earnings ng company and will negatively affect the market value of the company. Hence, huwag mo nang antayin na bumaba pa yung market price. What you need to do is cut losses already habang hindi pa sumasagad sa pinakababa yung market price mo. So that's the other strategy. On the other hand, the last option that you can exercise is to do the peso cost averaging. When you say peso cost averaging, you buy the stock irrespective sa overtime po kasi, ang stock price ay nag-fluctuate, tama po ba? As we all know, alam nyo, as the time pass by, talagang taas-baba ang stock price. Ang diskarte sa peso cost averaging is that you buy an asset at any point of time, bumili kayo. Kapag mataas ang stock price, bumili kayo. Pag mababang stock price, you buy again. So, with that strategy, na-average nyo yung price ng asset and habang tumataas yung asset, you also gain money from it. So, ganun yung diskarte ng peso cost averaging. Another strategy is to invest in less risky vehicles. You can opt to invest in bonds, government bonds, government sureties, or invest in corporate bonds. Yun yung isang diskarte. Or you can invest in Pag-ibig MP2 because it is a government corporation, it enjoys sovereign guarantee from the government. So you will have lower risk with your investments. As mentioned kanina, value investing, dark clouds will fill the sky almost after every decade, but it certainly will rain gold. So don't despair, keep on investing. So to reiterate, ang value investing is you buy a stock based on its fundamentals. Piliin mo yung may mababang PER because a low PER means undervalued yung company. And that's what Warren Buffett is implementing in his investment. So, nung March 2020, ito yung mga undervalued blue chips. And you have to research na lang kung alin ang mga undervalued ngayon. And this will not stand for today. So, ito yung technical analysis. Let's i-explain ko isa-isa. These are the basic technical analysis tools that you can use. Moving averages, convergence, divergence, MACD, relative strength index, stochastics. Yan yung basic na technical analysis tools. You can combine them both. Tatlo, apat, i-combine nyo sila to make an informative decision. So let's take a look at the graph of PLDT with the ticker name TEL. I-check nyo itong ginuhitan ko. Ang date niya is December of 2019 hanggang January of 2020. So, i-analyze natin itong part ng graph na ito. So, as you can see, unahin po muna natin itong MACD. So, ang MACD, when the blue line is on top of the red line, ibig sabihin that is a buy signal. Pag nag-enter na pumatong na yung blue line over the red line, as you can see, yung pataas yung price ng PLDT. Ganon din sa RSI. From the lowest point, tumaas siya doon. Anong ibig sabihin niyan? It is a buy signal. Same as this one. With the stochastic, as you can see, of the two na na-discuss ko, I prefer stochastic kasi it immediately reflects yung performance ng market. Kapag mas mataas yung blue, over the red line, ibig sabihin, it's a buy sign. You enter the market, and when the red is on top of the blue line, it's a sell signal. You have to sell it already. So, dito, if you buy low, pumili ka dyan ng 1,000, you sell at the top dun sa 1,100 level, then you make a decent gain out of that. So 100 pesos per share ang difference niyan. Kung binili mo is 100,000, then you have 10 million pesos as income. O, di ba? Pero mind you, hindi palaging kita ang stock market. There are circumstances that will test your faith, your confidence, and will definitely bankrupt you. Kaya kailangan mong pag-aralan ito bago ka maglagay ng sarili mong pera sa stock market. So it's up to you to make to study more on this technical analysis. Ang pinakita ko lang sa inyo is an introduction. So it's up to you to strengthen kung ano yung itinuro ko sa inyo. But in effect, yan yung magandang measures. The MACD, the RSI, and the stochastics. For the discussion, you look at the actual, you research it para mas maintindihan nyo. Let's go to the next topic and how you can address the risk ng investing sa stock market. Well, there are ways to mitigate the risk, and one of which is to diversify your investment in the stock market. Instead of investing in a single company like pldt, you can opt to invest in indices or ETF. We only have one ETF sa Pilipinas, which is called the FM ETF. So itong FM ETF, it mimics the performance of PSEI. Kung ano yung performance ng PSEI, yun din ang performance ng FM ETF. You can invest as well sa mutual fund kasi nga multiple assets ang pinaglagyan niya, multiple companies. So it is diversified platform. You can also invest in VUL insurance kasi naka-diversified yung underlying investment niya. And UITF. So to address risk, you can opt to invest into multiple companies, not just into one companies. In that case, na-diversify mo yung risk of losing your money into single company. The other thing that you can do is to recalibrate your portfolio para ma-maintain yung percentage ng gusto mong maging level ng investment mo. So for example, you have 1 million portfolio, 1 million investing portfolio. Yung gusto mo is 50% of that 1 million goes to real estate, 25% goes to commodity, goes to mining and oil, 25% go to banking. So if that's the case, kapag lumampas yung mining and oil mo ng 25%, the excess of over the 25%, ilagay mo dun sa ibang portfolio mo para ma-maintain mo yung portfolio mo, yung percentage distribution ng portfolio mo. That's how you recalibrate your portfolio to minimize the risk, yung overexposure mo into a single industry. So, mahaba na tong video natin. Come back for our part 3 ng ating free stock market seminar. Thank you!